Today I want to do a comparison of the AeroPress for making coffee with the espresso machine. Now, they make quite different coffee, but I think one fair way to compare them is by making a long black or an Americano. That way we can start off with the same amount of beans, we can have the same volume and it's black coffee, and we'll just compare the taste and see how they go. So to make an Americano or a long black, first we need boiling water, and we add about 60 milliliters boiling water. Then we need to put an espresso shot on top of that. Okay. So we're going to put the coffee onto the water. This makes a nice creamer. Okay, so there we have our long black made with the espresso machine. Now we'll make one with the AeroPress and see how it compares. I'll start off by measuring coffee by using this so that we end up with the same amount of coffee. Just a moment. Okay, that should be the same amount of coffee. Let's see if I can get it all in. I'll use a spoon this time, just to make sure I don't lose any. I have lost some. I lost some on the bench, I'll just put a tiny bit more. Okay. So with an AeroPress, what we do is start with water that's almost boiling. So we'll turn the jug on again and we'll stop it just as it starts to boil. Now usually when I make a coffee with the AeroPress, I don't bother with all the paraphernalia of weighing it or preheating. You can go for that if you want to, but I want to keep it simple. So I usually start off with the plunger sitting just at the 2 and put some water in, give it a quick stir. Make sure that all of the coffee has been touched the water. Okay, now that it's all wet, fill it up a bit closer to the top. So with the French press, you get quite a different flavour to what you do with the AeroPress. With the AeroPress, because it's finely ground and it's a shorter brew time, you end up with a less bitter mix. So, and I also use the metal discs rather than the paper ones, because then you get more of the oils through, so you also get a better taste. Now, my technique here, just to get the effect of a bit of crema, what I do is push this down until it starts to push up through the gaps, if you can see that. Then I quickly put it on the cup and start pushing it through. This way I get some foam. It's not really crema, I know, but it looks a little bit like crema. It just makes it slightly more attractive. That's our coffee shot done. One of the good things about this is that it just washes really easily. So just to show you that, I'll just show you how you can just pop this out and then give it a rinse. I rinse out my little filter. And we're ready to go. So the AeroPress is really quick. Alright, so now what we do is add hot water to make it up to the same volume as we have here. Okay, so there we have a long black made two different ways. Obviously this is with an espresso machine, so it has the nice crema. This one's with the AeroPress, so it has some foam on it. It's not quite the same, but next is the taste test. Okay, so that's good. That's the AeroPress. It does have a slightly different mouthfeel, but I can barely tell the difference in the actual taste. This one's a little hotter, and that's probably the main difference I can tell between the two. So I think if long black is your drink, an AeroPress is the easiest way to make it. It's quick, it's easy to clean. You can get yourself a little grinder. I've got this Paulex grinder that I use at work. You open the top, put some beans in, then you crank the handle, and then the ground coffee comes out the bottom, and I find that that's very easy to use with the AeroPress. So there you go. Very little difference in taste that I can taste between an AeroPress long black and an espresso machine long black. Thank you.